So guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be taking you through some reasons why you should consider buying a bike. Now there are different types of bicycles. There are mountain bikes, there are road bikes. Mountain bikes, as from you get from the name, mountain bikes are for going through rough terrains and just off-road. They're just meant mainly for off-road. On the other hand, road bikes, as you get from the name, they're the ones which are mainly used in races for long distances. Now, reason number one you should buy a bike this year, or you should consider buying one, is that it will save you money. A normal mountain bike or a normal road bike is much cheaper than that super bike you want. It is much cheaper than that car you want. It is cheaper because if you go to a bike shop, a standard bike will cost around maybe $20, maybe $200. A standard bike will maybe cost $200. Even a road bike, some may be cheap. The prices go up depending on the bike type and the components. Some bikes have very expensive components, but you come to find that a bike will be more reliable in terms of its price compared to these other forms of transport you normally use. So it will save you a lot of money. So before you start saving maybe years to buy that super bike, which is expensive, because super bikes, they go for around maybe 500,000 shillings. That's almost $5,000. Or maybe that car, you should start small with a bike and see if you like it. Maybe if you like a bike, you will like a motorbike. So start with a bike because it will save you a lot of money. Some people buy bikes and in their normal weeks or normal days they do not cover long distances. Maybe you need one for going to work and you buy a very expensive super bike which will hurt you a lot in terms of financial matters. So buy a bike. It is better if you are covering very short distances. You save a lot of money and it will serve you for a long duration. Do not buy a car if you live in town. Do not buy a bike, a motorbike if you live in town, because you're only covering short distance from work to home. So it will save you money. Reason number two is to stay fit and healthy. Studies have shown that if you ride a bike every 1 hour per day, it clears your mental state. Your mental state in terms, let's say you work shifts in your work, maybe you work in an industry. This is very healthy. It helps you in terms of your health because you get to release a lot of stress through the bike. You go into the environment, you breathe in fresh air. It keeps you healthy. I have a cold, sorry. It keeps you very healthy. And a bike, it is structured in such a way that it will target all parts of your body, including your brain. When you ride a bike, you're exercising your muscles, your legs, your core. That means your stomach area. It will help reduce chubbiness, and your arms, because you have to maintain a hand-like position as you ride. So it is very good for keeping healthy. But always remember, if you want to be healthy, always start with the kitchen. No matter which exercise you do, if you are not taking care of yourself in the kitchen, it won't work. So always it helps you to be healthy. Another reason for buying a bike is because it is an eco-friendly travel. Now, as I said earlier, a bike, it is less expensive in that it does not use an engine. Now these days there are electric bikes. Electric bikes, you can charge them at your home and they can help you cover some extra kilometers or make your riding more easier. Now picture this situation where you as a normal road user, you save money for let's say a couple years or a couple months. You buy a car or even a bike, a motorbike. It's not about it being a super bike, and you do not cover long distance. Because I assume maybe you live in a city and your only distance is from work to school and from work to home. You'll burn a lot of fuel because these other forms of transport, they use engines, and engines, as we know, they require fuel. You'll be burning a lot of fuel using these other forms of transport. But with a bike, you can cover that 5 kilometers. You can cover that kilometer with a bike and it will not cost you anything, only your physical energy. And with modern bicycles, it is easier because you won't get tired quicker, and you reach your destination more faster and more reliable. So it helps to keep the environment clean, because if you reduce the amount of fuel you use, then you are playing a part in keeping the environment clean. So that is another reason. Another reason is no more parking hassles. As you noticed, in town, in big cities like in Nairobi, you need to pay a parking ticket for any motor vehicle, whether it be a car or a motorcycle. But a bike, there is no parking ticket. You can just leave it anywhere as long as you buy a chain lock, and somewhere at least it is visible to everyone, it can get stolen. It puts an ease on your financial stress, and at least you can be comfortable everywhere you are in the city, knowing that the authorities will not come after you in terms of parking ticket, or you will not get stopped at traffic stops. So it is good for that. Another reason for a bike is low maintenance. A bike, its maintenance, if you compare to a motorbike or a car, it is very less, because a bike, you only every month you only take it for servicing, and maybe you oil the gears or you tune some bolts, compared to the car where you need to keep on servicing it depending on the brand, or even a motorbike you keep on servicing it. So it is very good in terms of maintenance. If your budget is not that good, it is better to buy a bike instead of a motorbike or a public vehicle, or a vehicle in short, because at the end of the day, you, aside from the fuel cost, you have to pay an extra for maintenance, and as well those other taxes that come with motor vehicles. Another reason for buying a bike is fun and freedom. Ever since I started riding a bike, it has been fun, very fun, because every day you have that excitement of going to somewhere new. So it is good because you get to have fun, whether you are very old, 85 years, or whether you are a small boy or girl. It is very good for fun, and it is very fulfilling after you ride a very long distance, let's say 7 or 10 kilometers, and you finish it. It gives you, your brain releases a lot of dopamine, and you get that relief that you have accomplished something within that day, and you have gotten it from just metal parts which have been brought together to make you that amazing vehicle, a bike. So it is good for fun and leisure, very good. Another thing is, it is good for short errands. As I mentioned, if you live in a city, there is no need to buy a vehicle to go to the grocery shop. Not even in the city, wherever you live, if the grocery shop is near you, there is no need to use public transport or even a motor vehicle, because at the end of the day you're only using your money, which could be used somewhere else. Even those 30 shillings, that $1, instead of using it on transport, why not use a bike? An electric bike, for example, if the distance is short, you will not even have to pedal, so it will save you a lot of money if you count on the money in terms of months, weeks, and years. So it is good for that. It is less costly. Another thing is, you get to join a community. Like today as where I work in a small retail shop, a neighbor who doesn't know me and I don't know him came to buy some animal feeds. Once he saw my bike parked in the corner, he asked me where I bought it from. We started a conversation because we are like-minded. We both like bikes. It is in our system. So it helps you build a bigger community, especially when you go to join races, whether you go to events involving bike stuff, let's say bike races, mountain bike hiking. It's good for meeting new people. Even along the road, you meet a fellow biker, you say hi, and everything else gets good. So guys, if you want to buy a bike, go for it, try it, and it is a good option that you will not regret later. Stay tuned for more videos, and thank you for staying this long. You have taken this long. Thank you.